I called the VA and asked to speak to my mom's physician. When I got her on the phone, she said that she wanted me to come in to discuss the matter in person. I got dressed and me and my stepdad drove to the VA. When we got there, I got to sit down with my mom's physician and she had talked to me about my mom. I asked where she was, and when my mom's physician said that she was down in the morgue, I asked if I could have a last viewing. That was against policy, I was told, which meant the day that I said goodbye to my mom was the last time that I ever saw her. I had to go down and make arrangements, and I knew that my mom's final wishes were to be cremated and to have her ashes spread on the beach. I gathered the money and paid for the cremation. Then I had to start making phone calls, and I asked her sister, who had really been there for her on the phone every day after surgery, if we could have the funeral at her place. She lived by the ocean and I thought it would be the perfect place to honor mom's last wishes. She said yes, and then along with her nephew, paid for my stepdad and I to fly up. Before we left, I went in person to tell my boss that my mom died. We were going to the funeral and I couldn't be on the schedule to work there anymore. We went to the airport and I was very protective of the ashes. When we went through security, I had to explain that I was carrying my mom's remains. If I slept on the plane, I held onto the ashes. My relatives picked us up and we went back to their home. This was where my mom was from, and I was touched that those who lived locally and family that lived elsewhere had flown in to attend my mom's funeral. It was a really beautiful send-off. There was an obituary in the paper. We had flowers and music. Everybody got up to say a few kind words about my mom, someone who had made an impact on all of our lives. Then we drove to the beach, and while I stood on the jetty and spread my mother's ashes, relatives pitched flowers into the sea. I would come to hate myself for trying to do the right thing and have her cancer removed, with the complications ending up resulting in her death. That was what I was trying to prevent. I just hoped that I had done right by her in the end by fulfilling her final wishes of being cremated and having her ashes spread on the beach. The album cover for my single Disheartening Somehow was where we honored my mom. The lyrics are about other people and things. Years later I took a picture of the jetty and used it as the album cover. Because when I thought of these circumstances I couldn't control, but had to live with and accept anyway, it was disheartening somehow.
Disheartening somehow.